So the trailer for White Lotus Season 3 has been released a few days ago at the time of recording this video, and I wanted to talk about the things that have been confirmed so far for this season, including filming location, actors, and the themes for this upcoming season, along with some general thoughts and theories that I have regarding this season. Now, for those of you who might not be aware, let me go ahead and put you on. The White Lotus is an HBO anthology series revolving around the guests and employees at a fictional White Lotus resort chain. It's kind of presented as like a dark satire comedy. It focuses on the lives of drama and tragedy of the typical rich families whose dysfunctional lives come to a head while the resort staff are seen dealing with the guests while trying to keep their own lives together. But yeah, I just want to give a general rundown of the things that we know so far of this season. And by the way, welcome back to my channel. I'm Hayes, and let's get right into this video. So Season 3, although there's no confirmed release date as of this time yet, it seems to be coming early next year as filming had just recently wrapped up and post-production seems to be in the process. I'd also definitely be down to do some reviews of each episode as they come out. If you guys would like that, let me know down below. Now, it's been about 2 years since the last season premiered. The first season was in July of 2021 and the second season was in October of 2022, I believe. So I'm very excited to see what the showrunners have cooking up for us this season. The destinations for the previous seasons have been: the first season is in Hawaii, the second season is in Sicily, Italy, and the third season has been confirmed to take place in Thailand, as filming has been in and around Koh Samui, Bangkok, and Phuket beaches. Which, looking at the footage of some of these places, I'm very excited for the cinematography of this season, as these areas are very beautiful, lush with a lot of plants, foliage. And although through some of the short clips that we've seen from the trailer that has been released, there does appear to be a yellowish kind of color grading on the cinematography, which I'm hoping isn't the case for the majority of the season. But going based off the cinematography for the past 2 seasons, I'm very excited to see what's going to come of this. In Season 1, filming took place at the Four Seasons Resort in Maui. Season 2 filmed at the San Domenico Palace, Taormina. And Season 3 seems to have been filmed yet again at the Four Seasons Resort in Koh Samui. Now, in terms of the cast, we seem to have a pretty big one this season. The cast includes Natasha Rothwell, Carrie Coon, Jason Isaacs, Parker Posey, Michelle Monaghan, Scott Glenn, Walton Goggins, Patrick Schwarzenegger, Leslie Bibb, Emilia Wood, Sam Nivola, Sarah Catherine Hook, Tame Thathanthong, Dom Hetripool, Shalini Perez, Christian Friedel, Morgana O'Reilly, Leek Patravaldi, Nicholas DeVernay, Francesca Corney, Arnis Vedrovicius, Julian Kostov, and Lisa from Blackpink making her acting debut, which I'm very excited for, and I know a lot of you Blackpink stans are very excited for as well. With her stating, "It's pretty new to me, but I think it's similar to shooting music videos. I'm very excited for my fans to see it." And though the cast between seasons has been different, as this is an anthology series, there has been a few recurring characters here and there, mainly Miss Tanya and that raggedy man. She got a pretty good focus in Season 2, but considering how Season 2 ended, people were curious if there was going to be any other characters that make some type of cameo in this season. And we have at least one cast member confirmed at this time to be returning, that being Natasha Rockwell, who played Belinda in Season 1. Now, we're not sure what her storyline this season is going to be, whether or not she just ended up transferring hotels and is now working at the Thailand location, or if she's returning as a guest this season. Seeing as how depressing her character ending in Season 1, with Tanya backtracking on her promise to help Belinda open up her own spa and wellness center. Natasha stating, "I gasped out loud a minimum of 5 times, and this was to the scripts for Season 3. The scripts were a testament to Mike's skill and ability to tell the most smart and entertaining stories." Further going on to state that Season 3 was going to be a supersized season, saying it's going to be longer, bigger, crazier, so for at least my own barometer, that's a good thing. I'm super excited about the content of the season. There's also a small possibility of Connie Britton, who played Nicole Mossbacher in Season 1, saying, "Mike White wanted me in this second season, and there was an idea that I love for the character. A piece of the casting didn't work in the second season, however, and we're hoping to do that in the third season." So that'll be very interesting to see where her character goes, what ties she has to the current cast, if any, and anyone else from that storyline in her season might also be making a cameo appearance as well. With this full cast, it'd be very interesting to see not only the dynamics between the groups themselves, but also like interconnecting to see how these groups interact with each other is very interesting. As we know, the storylines in group are already messy and interesting enough, but add in other groups mixing together, it's gonna be so fun. It's rumored that some of the roles include a patriarch, a female corporate executive, an actress, a couple of mothers, a country club, a misfit, and a yogi. But I'm very interested to see how the soundtrack and the theme song are going to change this season. As we know, season 1 and season 2, although having the very same kind of motifs throughout the theme song, it does change because, the location itself has changed. So I'm very interested to see how that's going to change in season 3. Although I do really like the season 2's opening, I'm very partial to the first season's opening. So I'm very interested to see how they're going to add in Thailand musical elements into this theme song. But I very much have faith that they're going to be able to pull it off. Speaking of faith, as I said, this is an anthology with the main connections being the titular resort hotel, along with the idea of the hotel staff and the guests and all that. Each season has a theme that it works with, season 1 being money and power, season 2 being sex and infidelity. And this time the creator Mike White has hinted at this season's theme being spirituality, religion, and death. Now this sounds like a really interesting topic that I really like when shows or media in general really delve into this when done right. And I think including an eastern location like Thailand can offer some really rich culture and ideas that I think that this show can really flesh out. Thailand already has such a lush and rich culture that I'm thinking with the addition of this theme being spirituality, religion, and death, I'm suspecting that we'll most likely see many types of Buddhist monks, some temples, and even some spirit houses. Also, very much apologies in advance for any things that I might mispronounce in this next section. I'll link down below in the description box the sites that I've used to kind of gather this information, so go ahead and check that out. And since filming has taken place in Koh Samui, Bangkok, and Phuket, I'm imagining that we're going to see several different types of temples, including the Big Buddha Temple of Koh Samui, Wat Plaleum, Nathan Hainan Shrine, Layem Sor Pagoda, Chawang Pagoda, Wat Phra Wat Po, Wat Arun, Wat Suthat Temporarum, Wat Chalong, Phuket Big Buddha, and Wat Khao Rang. Once again, please let me know if I mispronounced anything in the comment section down below. But all of these temples have such beautiful and intricate architecture, designs, motifs, and statues that can make this a really visually striking season. And given the summer vacation nature of this show, I wouldn't be surprised if we could see Visca Bucha Day being celebrated. This festival is usually marked on the full moon day of every 6th lunar month, which usually takes place in around May. This day marks 3 key elements in Buddha's life: the birth, the enlightenment, and the death of Buddha, which is thought to have happened around the same day in different years. Possible events or things that we can see throughout this season could be morning alms, offering alms to monks, which are delivered at temples and broadcasted, Wan Tian processions, which during the evening there's a candlelit procession around the temple ordination halls, which symbolizes the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. And the day before we can see floating processions with traditional Lana lanterns, which during the night many local people walk up the long summit of Doi Sapthep Temple to arrive in the early morning. Now usually this is a time for reflection, compassion, and understanding, but given the nature of this show and the characters, I doubt we're going to see much of that, and I'm very much expecting things to get very messy. But this is very much one of the types of events and ideas that can be utilized with this season, and if the first season has any influence on the way that staff or people in that culture are generally treated from the guest of the hotel, I imagine that there is going to be some conflicts with the religion and spirituality of the locals and the guests trying to do whatever, and concepts like the afterlife, seeing what happens after people die. But yeah, that seems to be the main information that we know of this season so far. Like I said, the season did wrap up filming not too long ago and is now in post-production, so we'll definitely see how this season turns out. Whenever that happens, like I said, the release date is kind of slated to be around early 2025. Down below, let me know if you guys have any ideas, especially if you're from the culture, if you're from Thailand or have any connection to it. Let me know down below if you have any ideas of what could possibly be happening in this season based on the location and the themes that we have so far, or if you believe any of the concepts that I've put in this video are possible or not. And like I said, I'm very much down to do any type of review, week by week episode, kind of going down the list as the episodes premiere, if you guys are very much interested into that. And if you would very much like to, you could follow me on social media, which I'll have posted on the screen right now, babes. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, if you indeed still are, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.